morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Thursday, April 24th, 2025, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of your defending Division II state champion Walpole High School softball team as they host the Oliver Ames Regional Tigers in a non-league game from the South Walpole Community Athletic Fields Complex. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be handling all of the play-by-play action for today's game, while Nick Piccirilli will jump right in with the filming. After dropping 3 of the last 4 games, Walpole got back on the winning track this past Tuesday when ace pitcher Charlotte Stasinski pitched a 1-hit, 11-strikeout gem in shutting out non-league Franklin 4-0. Right fielder Sidney Bissonnet clubbed a solo home run, and second baseman Grace Todd collected a pair of doubles and scored twice in the victory. Stasinski, a senior who pitched a state record 5 straight shutouts in the MIAA tournament last spring, had off-season surgery and is being brought back slowly to the campaign so that she's fully healthy as the season progresses, and will be another cog in the wheel going down to playoffs again. Junior shortstop Sienna Cruiser is also recovering from a lower body injury and is also working her way back into playing shape. She is starting at shortstop, but hasn't been batting on a regular basis. So we'll see. And today she's as the number 10 player. So once again, she will be at short. Senior Carolyn Daly, who did see some spot action a year ago, will help with the pitching chores while Stasinski is recovering. The Timberwolves had no trouble whatsoever rolling past Braintree 11-0 in the season opener and following that up with a 15-5 rout of Framingham before running into a few bumps in the road, losing to Lincoln Sudbury Regional, Needham, and Dighton Rehoboth Regional around a 12-1 romp over Weymouth. This year's team is a good spread of players, 6 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 2 freshmen, Adriana Torres and Layla Casey. The 12th graders include co-captains Stasinski, Carolyn Duran, Nora Broderick, and Briella Clinton, as well as Bissonnet and Daly. The juniors are Sienna Cruiser, Caitlin Baker, and Grace Todd, while the 10th graders include Abby Riley, Charlotte Barnett, Kara Coyne, Gracie Franchi, and Ellie Boland. The Orange and Blue lost its only home game to date to Needham and is 3rd in the Herget Division of the Bay State Conference at 3-1, 4-3 overall, and 16th in the Boston Globe top 20. Walpole is outscoring its opposition 47-22. Oliver Ames is 4th in the Davenport Division of the Hockomock League at 1-3, 2-6 overall. The Tigers have lost both road games and are being outscored 66-33. The Orange and Black has had a lose 2, win 1 start to the season, falling to Franklin 10-1 and Mansfield 10-5 before toppling Braintree 9-3. After losing to Foxborough 9-6 and Attleboro 6-4, OA edged Canton 7-6, but has lost its last 2 games to King Philip 12-0 and East Bridgewater 10-1. Going back to 2015, Walpole has won 14 straight and leads in the series 15-3. And if you are interested in doing play-by-play or color commentary for any Walpole High sports, you should contact Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or by emailing her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. If you're a parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, nephew, niece, neighbor, or friend, or anybody who's just interested in doing Walpole High sports, give Tamara a call and we'll set you up. We'll work with you to get you feeling comfortable behind the mic. You do not have to be on TV, so don't worry about that at all. It's just your voice people will hear. Once again, if you are interested, please contact Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or email her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. We've got a beautiful scattered clouds up here, nice blue sky up there, 64 degrees at game time here. An 11 o'clock start as it is school vacation week. We'll give you the starting lineups. For Oliver Ames, leading off the shortstop, Ella O'Keefe. Batting second, the left fielder, Logan Maycumber. The second baseman, Devin Morris, will be batting third. And cleanup is the pitcher, Taylor Marino. Catcher, Jackie Salamini, is batting fifth, followed by designated player Piper McGuire in the sixth slot. Batting seventh and playing first base, Emily Martin. In center field and batting eighth is Ava Tasha. And the right fielder, Annabelle Weber, will be batting ninth. Third baseman, Lindsay Solomon, will not be batting. For your Timberwolves, catcher Abby Riley will be leading off, followed by center fielder Carolyn Duran. Batting in the third spot will be left fielder Carolyn Daly. Second baseman Grace Todd is batting cleanup, with first baseman Briella Clinton batting in the number 5 spot. Pitcher Charlotte Stasinski will be batting sixth, followed by right fielder Sydney Bissonnet in the 7th spot. Designated player Emily Boland will be in the number 8 spot, and Nora Broderick, playing third base, will be batting ninth. Sienna Cruiser, the shortstop, will not be batting. And with the umpire stepping in behind the plate, now he's getting a ball, moving a ball out of the playing area. All right. Charlotte Stasinski looks in for the first pitch of the game. She gets the sign. The pitch on its way, down low, ball one. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1. Fouled at the plate down the third baseline, 1-2. The count on O'Keefe. Swing and a miss, strike three. Charlotte took something off that. You could see that dipsy doodle as it came on in. First pitch is a strike to left fielder Logan Maycumber. One strike pitch, just outside, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. Charlotte jumping ahead on the count once again, 1-2. Foul ball down the right field line, out of play. Count remains 1-2. The 1-2 delivery on its way. Up high, evens at 22. Ball three down low, full count to the Oliver Ames left fielder. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike three. Charlotte records her second strikeout of the game, and it brings up the second baseman, Devin Morris. Fouled off at the plate, strike one. A 1-strike pitch. Holds off. 1-1 the count. The pitch. So grounded to third. Broderick up with it over to first. 1-2-3 inning for the Timberwolves. For Oliver Ames, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We've played a half an inning of play, and we are scoreless. And I'm just looking here. I've been calling Ellie, Bolin, Emily, and I'm sorry, Ellie, but it is Ellie Bolin, not Emily. All right, the first pitch on its way. There's a ball up high as Riley was showing bunt and took it up high. Abby batting from the left side of the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded slowly to second. Up with it over to first. In time, 1 down. Brings up center fielder Carolyn Daly. I'm sorry, Carolyn Duran is up. Ball 1 up high. The 1-0 pitch. High and away, 2-0. Ball 3 up high. Batters count here for Duran against Taylor Marino. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for Duran, and we have the first base runner of the game. Brings up left fielder Carolyn Daly. Ball 1 high and away. It's 5 straight balls thrown by Marino. Ball 2 high. 2-0 the count. Pickoff attempt on Duran. She had a dive back in the first. Marino's 2-0 pitch. Strike call at the knees. 2-1. Pops it up. Shortstop calling for it and puts it away for the out. 2 down. And it brings up the cleanup hitter, second baseman Grace Todd. Like we said earlier, Todd had a pair of doubles and scored a couple of runs against Franklin in the last game. There's a ball. So Duran steals second and gets herself into scoring position here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Pops it up to the infield. The catcher going over for, but it'll go out of play behind the Oliver Ames bench. 1-1 the count now to Todd. Fouled off again. Count a ball and 2 strikes now on Grace. Fouled back again. Count remains 1-2 on Todd, the Walpole second baseman. Fouled again at the plate. The 1-2 delivery. Fly ball is center. She's there and puts the ball away for the out. So Walpole had no runs, no hits. There were no errors and one left on base. We've played an inning here at in Walpole. The score is scoreless. First pitch is down low, a ball. Charlotte's 1-0 pitch. Ground ball off of her glove to Todd over to first in time. If you're keeping score, that goes 1-4-3 for the putout. And it brings up the catcher, Jackie Solimini. Line drive, foul down the first base line. That's the first well-hit ball of the game for Oliver Ames, but unfortunately for them, it was a foul. Stasinski, 1-strike pitch, high and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 1-1 delivery on its way, just outside, 2 balls and a strike. Strike call, just caught the outside corner on that one. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball down low, we've got a full count. The payoff delivery will be on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Look, Charlotte put a little bit something extra on that. Picks up her 3rd strikeout of the game. And it brings up the designated player, Piper McGuire. Strike called. Ball outside, 1-1. Fouled at the plate. Fair ball. Throw to first, not in time. The ball bounced right off home plate. And McGuire was able to beat it out for the base hit. So we've our first hit of the game, and it brings up the first baseman, Emily Martin, for Oliver Ames. Up high a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Ball 2-0. Foul ball down the first baseline. Retrieved by Bissonnet, and she fires it back into the infield. The 2-1 pitch. Foul ball down again down the first baseline. Evens the count at 2-2. Another foul ball, or a fly ball. Nice play. Bissonnet comes charging in and is able to catch that on the fly for the 3rd out of the inning. Oliver Ames had no runs, they had a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. At the end of an inning and a half, we are still scoreless. All right, Briella. I think this is her third year as starting at first base for the Timberwolves. Sturdy, steady performer out there at first base. And has come up with many clutch hits for the T-Wolves. There's Marino's first pitch. Strike call. She took a little bit off that and kind of fooled Briella. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Walpole gets their first base hit of the game. Brings up the pitcher, Charlotte Stasinski. A chance to help her own cause here. Way high, ball one. Ground ball to third. Over to second for one. And that's all they get. So that's 5-4 on the put out, 1 out. And it brings up the right fielder, Sidney Bissonnet, who made a nice running catch to end the inning. About ground ball down to third again. Second, safe. Oh! 5-3. Another fielder says, I thought Charlotte had beaten that one, and it looked like she did, but they ruled no. So 2 down, runner on first, and it brings up the designated player, Ellie Boland. Pop up to second baseman, and she puts it away for the out. So for Walpole in the second, they had no runs a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. We've played 2 innings, and we are still scoreless. Charlotte looks in for the sign. Comes to the pitch. Popped it foul behind the away bench. Ground ball into center field, a base hit for Tiasha. And it brings up the right fielder, Annabelle Weber. The leadoff batter on for Oliver Ames. There's a ball. Throw down a second. Hits the runner. So she steals on the pitch. Away with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Bunt attempt, strike, she misses it. Two, 0-2 the count here. Strike 3 called. So Charlotte gets an out there. Her 4th strikeout, the first of which is called. And it brings up the top of the order. Ella O'Keefe, she struck out swinging to open the game. Bunt down the first, got her in time. Nice play by Abby Riley jumping out behind the plate to make that play. But Tiashia gets over to third. Brings up the left fielder, Logan Maycumber. She was a strikeout victim. She lines one to right. Bissonnet with another inning-ending great play there. Nice play, racing over to her right to make that play. So we have no runs, one hit, no errors, and one left on base for Oliver Ames. Is once again Sydney Bissonnet, the senior co-captain, I think. No, she's not actually. The senior coming through big time, flashing the leather. Broderick, another, I'm pretty sure, 3-year starter at the hut corner for the Timberwolves. She fouls off the first pitch. Fouled off again. 0-2 the count. Marino's 2-strike pitch on its way. Up high, 1-2. Ball down low, 22. Marino goes into the motion. Here's the pitch. Swing and fouled it off. Count remains 2-2. Little lofted to left field and put away for the out by Logan Maycumber out there. And it brings up the top of the order. Abby Riley grounded to second, her first trip. Ball down low. Ball outside, 2-0. Little equipment adjustment by Marino on the OA mound. The pitch. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball to third, up with a long throw over to first, in time. 2 down now for Walpole, and it brings up the center fielder, Carolyn Duran, who drew a 4-pitch walk her first time to the plate. There's a ball. Ball in the dirt, 2-0. The count to Duran. Ball 3 down low. The batters count here. 3-0. Grounded slowly back to the mound. Flips over to first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Walpole. We've played 3 innings complete here. We are still scoreless. Walpole has no runs, 1 hit. They played errorless ball and left 2 on base. Fouls it straight back, strike 1. Swing and a miss. Charlotte took something off that and completely fooled Morris. 0-2 the count. Ground ball to first. Easy play for Briella. She puts it away for the out. One down, and it brings up the pitcher, Taylor Marino. She grounded a ball back that Stasinski deflected over to Todd, who threw her out at Clinton. Ball down low. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Charlotte coming right back at her. A 1-2 delivery, way high, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Stasinski. She's had at least one every inning, and it brings up the catcher, Jackie Solovini. She struck out swinging her first time up. Takes a ball high and away. Swing and a miss, strike 1 1 the count. Little foul ball over behind the Oliver Ames bench. Makes the count a ball and 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Fly ball to right. This one will drop in for a base hit. They hustle the pitch back in. So with 2 outs, OA gets a base runner, and it brings up the designated player, Piper McGuire. Piper singled her first time up. A little, ball dropped right in front of the plate, and she was able to get out, beat it out. She takes a called strike on the first pitch. Ball 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Try to pick off that runner at first, but Salamini was able to dive back in. The 1-2 pitch on its way, swing and a miss, strike 3. For Oliver Ames, they had no runs. There was another hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 3.5 innings, and we are still scoreless. Daly popped out to shot her first time up. Ball 1 up high. Loops one into shot right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Walpole gets the leadoff runner on for the second time in the game. Brings up second baseman Grace Todd, who flew out to center her first time up. Pops a foul. First baseman over there is able to make the play. One down, and it brings up first baseman Briella Clinton. Briella singled to center field her first time up. Ball outside. 1-0 delivery from Marino. Outside, 2-0. Three and 0. Strike call as Briella was taking all the way. Marino's 3-1 delivery. Fly ball to right field. That may drop in. It doesn't, and it gets past the right fielder. Coming around. Ball comes back in, so two-base hit for Clinton. And puts two runners in scoring position for the Timberwolves, bringing up pitcher Charlotte Stasinski, who will be looking to help her own cause here. There's a ball in the dirt. Strike call, 1-1. Timeout call as the Oliver Ames coach would like to speak to her pitcher, settle her down, and tell the infielders what they should be looking for at this point in the game. Walpole with runners on second and third. Carolyn Daly at second, and Briella Clinton at third. One out, and a 1-1 count on Stasinski. All right, Charlotte steps back into the batter's box. Marino's pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Chance here for Walpole to put a couple of runs on the board. Way up high. 3-1 the count. Little shot fly ball to the infield. Second baseman calling for it and puts it away for the out. 2 down, and it brings up right fielder Sydney Bissonnet. Sydney hit into a fielder's choice her first trip. Swing and a miss. She was very late on that pitch. 0-1 the count. Line drive, base hit into center field. That'll plate a couple. As Sydney comes through, not only did she have 2 outstanding plays in the outfield, but she lines a hard shot to center field, bringing in 2 runs. And Walpole draws first blood here in the bottom of the 4th to take a 2-0 lead. Designated player Ellie Boland steps to the plate. Ball. Bissonnet has to dive back in the first as catcher Jackie Solomini tried to pick her off base there. There's ball outside. 2-0 to Boland. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. popped up behind the dugout. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But Walpole comes up with 2 runs on 3 hits. I don't know what that was. Oliver Ames, coach, saying something to the home plate umpire, having them check something at the Walpole bench. Not sure exactly what it was. First pitch is a ball to Martin. Fouled off behind the plate, 1-1. Martin flew out to right. A nice, the first of 2 inning-ending nice catches out there in right field by Bissonnet. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Fouled, actually. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. She thought about it, but held up. 2-2. Little foul ball down the first base line. Count remains 22. Swing and fouled off again. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stasinski looks in, goes into motion. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. She took something off that. You could see that thing dropping all over the place. And she gets her second called third strike, 7th of the game. Brings up the center fielder Ava Tiocchia, who singled in the 3rd inning and made it all the way to 3rd, but was stranded there. It's a ball down low. Charlotte's 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 down low. Fouled off. 2 balls and a strike. Stasinski's 2-1 delivery. Ball 3-1. Line drive into short center field. That will drop in as a base hit. Second hit of the game for Tiocchia. And it brings up the right fielder, Annabelle Weber. She looked at a call third strike her first time up. And it looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter here. It is Kate Berg who will be coming in to pinch hit. And there's also a pinch runner. I think that is Bethany Morgan. at pinch running at first. So anyway, pinch hitter Kate Berg steps to the plate. She looks at the ball. Throw down in time. They caught that pinch runner. 2-6 on the throw. Nice throw. A nice gun, but there by Riley, with Cruiser slapping the tag on her. 1 strike pitch. Line drive. Ground ball to Todd. She picks it up on the hop and throws the runner out. For Oliver Ames, they had no runs. They had a hit. There were no errors, but nobody left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, these scores: Walpole 2, Oliver Ames nothing. Ball outside. Fouled behind the plate. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Fouled straight back. 1-2 the count to Nora. Marino's 1-2 pitch. Fouled down the third base line, flying past the Walpole Media Corporation broadcast team here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Marino, her first 2 of the game. Brings up the top of the order, Abby Riley. She's grounded to second and grounded to third. Soft fly ball to first. Second baseman comes in and puts it away for the out. 2 down now for Walpole in the 5th. Brings up the center fielder, Carolyn Duran. Carolyn has walked and grounded back to the mound. Strike called. Line drive, base hit in the right field. And it brings up the left fielder, Carolyn Daly. Carolyn singled to right her last time up. So 2 down and runner on first for the Timberwolves. Ball 1 up high. There's a ball. Got her 2-6. Duran is caught stealing. She fakes bunt, takes a ball. Strike. This time she went through on the bunt attempt. 1-1 the count. Oh, tries it again and misses. Strike 2. The 1-2 delivery. Down low, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count remains 22. Foul ball again. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Little pop up to the shortstop. Sienna's there and puts it away easily. 1 down. Brings up Logan Maycumber. She has struck out and lined out to Bissonnet, one of Sydney's 2 outstanding catches. Ground ball back to the mound. Underhand flip by Stasinski to Briella for the out. 2 down, and it brings up second baseman Devin Morris. Devin is grounded to third and grounded to first. There's a ball down low. Up high, a ball and a strike. Line drive right at Bissonnet, and Sydney again with another nice running play, the 3rd time to end the inning. The 1-1 delivery. Ball 2-1. Ground ball to short. Over to second for 1, back to first, safe. And with 1 out, it'll bring up first baseman Briella Clinton. Briella 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, 1 to center, 1 to right. She takes a ball up high. Coach Sprague sending a pinch runner in. I think it's Layla Casey that's going to go into pinch run. Casey obviously a little bit faster on the base paths, and Coach Sprague looking to get another run in here. Foul back. 1-1 the count on Clinton. There's a ball down low. 2 balls and a strike. Salamini behind the plate for Oliver. Not afraid to throw down a first, keep those runners close. There's a ball. 3-1 the count now to Clinton. Ball 4. 2 runners on now for the Timberwolves. With 1 out, and coming to the plate will be Charlotte Stasinski, the pitcher, and a chance to help her own cause here. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Line drive to right field. That's over. No, she caught it. Runner on third. goes over to, tags up and goes to third. So runners at the corners for Walpole with 2 outs. And Bissonnet coming to the plate. Sydney singled to center her last time, knocking in both runs for Walpole. Long fly, right fielder calls it, puts it away for the out. So Walpole gets a couple of runners on, but unfortunately strands them for the Timberwolves. They had no runs. There were no hits. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. Through 6 complete, the score remains Walpole 2, Oliver Ames nothing. Their record to, let's see. To 5-3. Okay, the pitch to Marino, up high ball. Ball 2. Two 0 pitch, foul behind the OA bench. Ball 3, up high and away.
Let's see if Marino gets the green light here.
3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Oliver Ames gets the leadoff runner on. For just the 2nd time in the game, in the first walk given up by Stasinski. We may have a pinch hitter here. Pinch runner. And a Morgan pinch running. Swing and a miss by Solomini. Ball. 1-1 the count to Solomini. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. So the first 2 runners on for OA here in this 7th inning. Brings up the designated player, Piper McGuire. Shows bunt, pops it foul down the first base line. McGuire 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Ball up high, 1-2. Charlotte looks in. Here comes her 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That was kind of a flail there. The 8th strikeout for Stasinski. Brings up first baseman Emily Martin. She looked at a call third strike her last time up and flew out to right in her initial trip to the plate. Strike. Foul. Ball 1-1. Bunt, no good. Ball and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit in the right field. Front of the plate. Safe. And the runners go to second and third. One run comes in, cuts Walpole's lead to 2-1. And runners at the corners with 1 out here. Coach Spray going out to talk to her moundsman and the infielders. Coming to the plate for Oliver Ames will be the center fielder Ava Tiasia, who was 2 for 2, 2 singles to center field. All right, that being done. Tiasia steps to the plate with a chance to tie up the game here. Walpole's infield playing in. Bunt attempt is strike. Walpole, Owe looking maybe for a squeeze bunt here. Maybe to get 2 runners in scoring position. This bunt is a good one. Got her! What a heads-up play by Nora Broderick to Sierra Cruz. Whoa, man, oh man, that was a big-time play. That will go 5-6. Heads-up players. Broderick fielded the bunt, bobbled it for a second, but had the presence of mind to get up and fire over to Sienna Cruz, who was covering third. 2 down now, runners on first and second for Owe. And it brings up the right fielder, Annabelle Weber. Fouled at the plate. Fouls it back out of play. Howard looks in for the sign. The pitch. Ground ball to shot. Cruz over to third, and the side is retired. So Walpole was able to come away with the run for Oliver Ames in that inning. They had a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 left on base. Your final stats. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 13, 14. For Walpole, they finished with 2 runs on 1, 3, 4 hits. 1, 4, 5 hits. They played errorless ball and left 6 on base. Oliver Ames had 1 run on 6 hits. They had 1 error and left 5 on base. Stasinski goes the distance for Walpole. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. She threw 104 pitches, 76 for strikes. Taylor Marino was hit with the loss. She had 2 strikeouts, no walks, threw 82 pitches, and 46 were for strikes. So Walpole improves to 5-3, 2-game winning streak, and they appear to be back on the roll again. So this is a good thing we'd like to see. Anyway, we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School girls varsity softball action. Once again, your final score from South Walpole, your Walpole Timberwolves 2, the Oliver Ames Tigers 1.